Okay, my bad. I just now read your post in full. So, yeah, at first I was just thinking, okay, let me check out the BP game. But I see, yeah, you said a lot of stuff in your post. So, yeah, I mean, that's annoying. I mean, the team's being annoying from the start kind of messes up the vibes for sure. So that is what it is. Yeah, you're definitely not being useless, of course. I think, and then I read the rest of your post as well. I mean, that's funny that the dive Jeff, jet dive Jeff is nice. So that's cool. But yeah, so I think, I mean, the things I've been talking about is kind of like, I don't know if it's so much game sense. I mean, I think your game sense has kind of been pretty strong most of the time. I can't remember 100% some things. I mean, maybe you made, oh yeah, like that very beginning, that was pretty bad. But if you, like, you're saying you've never been on BP for a long time, and then this is your first game, so it's not surprising that your very first encounter would be less than the best. But we definitely could have been ready, had the mindset for BP and went for that shit right away once we saw that. But it makes sense to kind of be careful and spell it out. And then your team ended up doing quite well on the attack phase anyway. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of like your position is good, and then it's like we missed the kill on the Jeff, so that's like not really, there's really no, I can't think of a game sense thing for that. It's just like, yeah, so pretty nice. So it makes a lot more sense now. You're saying, mechanically some things could be better because you didn't grind BP, but you do have pretty good BP gameplay as well. So that's kind of why when I was watching this, I was thinking, okay, this guy like wants to be good at BP. That's like what I was thinking. So my bad for not reading your post. Of course I'll mention this, but so that's like why I was thinking, because I think you do have pretty good mechanics on him actually. But then obviously some of these things need to be tightened up to be really reliable as part of playing BP. It's like that's kind of what makes him difficult among the other shit about him. But like the fact that you have to get those shifts. So look at this. I mean, your game sense is good because your team was fucked. At this rank or whatever, a lot of people are going to be struggling. They're going to be getting into trouble. But you didn't. You waited. Everything you did made sense. And then you presumably your team's already been talking about this Jeff. So you tracked him. You're about to get him. So that was early. I think realistically we don't need to do that. So that's like a game sense thing. We're already tracking him, right? We want to, game sense wise, we want to have the element of surprise. We want to have the advantage on him. So putting that spear on him early is not going to do us that much good. We lose a spear throw. We do have a free shift on him. But yeah. And he's going to heal up that damage. I think the only way we could have gotten this done is if we don't really want to fight him on flat ground. So we kind of came up right here and went after him. And then, the shots weren't that, the sequence wasn't that bad. We got him pretty low health. And then realistically, if this guy was hitting his shot on that, he'd be dead. So it wasn't, but if we want to improve, absolutely we can improve this. First of all, we don't need to announce to him, oh, the BP's tracking me. Then he has all this time to conjure up all the ideas about and strategy about how he's gonna fucking deal with this thing, because it's gonna be way easier to deal with BP if you're thoroughly ready for the exact moment that BP is gonna get you. And we really didn't show any like strategic outplay by just jumping up right in front of him and fighting him on flat ground. So realistically, I mean, an advantage to having that spear throw is I think we can see him through walls. Excuse me if we can't, but either way, we need to come up with some sort of better strategic outplay, like being up right here, for example. If we think he's going to come out here like he did, boom. I mean, we already have a huge element of surprise, and we're coming down on top of him. And then again, mechanically, we just need to be way quicker. Obviously, we're trying not to miss our shift or whatever, but we just got to be way quicker with hitting him with the spear and doing the shift on him, so that way it's one on him, and then immediately again, after the spear comes out, we immediately get him again rather than waiting, and then we finish it up with the dash and hit him again with the shift, if all that's possible. And luckily we did have a backup as well, making it even more likely that we just get this kill and get it over with. So it's definitely a combination of, I think we needed a better strategic play just by default as BP. And you said you wanted game sense help, so I'm glad to be able to provide some of that, or give you some feedback on that. And then yeah, some of the mechanics came into play there as well. So yeah. Oh, okay, so yeah, he's pretty fast too. He went all the way over here. So now he's being Dive Jeff, and then we're gonna see how much of a problem it is. You chose to leave him and get back into the game, which I'm not sure what led you to that decision. What exactly you wanted to be a part of here. So game sense wise, we can think about this. Should we have sort of just kind of played the, because if we know he's going to be a Dive Jeff, right? If we're already thinking about that he's Dive Jeff, what do we think he's going to do, right? We could potentially waste a lot of time chasing him around. That would be better spent being a part of the team fight. Or should we kind of get into a good strategic position and sort of wait for him in our best guess of where he's going to be and go for that kill? I think game sense wise, it might make more sense to do that. But it's kind of, you know, if I remember correctly, we don't really know that this guy's a problem yet. So it's a little tough to make that decision, but I'm not sure if we had a good reason to try to be a part of the team fight here, besides just, you know, go in there and see what happens. So he just used up all his stuff. We have 5 seconds till our next shift. He's getting attacked. Things look good. So mechanically we're struggling, but I mean game sense is a part of that too. Like, you know, what should I do relative to my cooldowns and relative to my movement and stuff like that. So, yeah. So now we have like a few teammates dead. What are we gonna do? That was pretty cool. I mean, you made a problem for them for a second. You kind of did the best you could with the information you had, and stopped the car for a second. And now get back in. Utilize the healing ultimate. Now they just used that now, which is quite strong. Yeah, nearly really good there if we would have got the spear and then the shift. So I definitely see that play. I think that was quality. Kind of going after that guy, trying to save him a little bit. Now you need health. So we needed to find our healer there. So I think we were just taking too much pressure overall to get that done there. Alright. And they got it through, and then we were nearly even for overtime. Alright, man. What happens? But yeah, never fun to have your team flaming you. So now we did a total switch. But yeah. I mean, because it's always annoying when people flame you. It's stupid as fuck. But if we just forget about all that bullshit and we just look at, you know, if it was me and my gameplay, you know, it's exactly like you said. There were some mechanical breakdowns, which are, you know, such an obvious point of improvement, and they could have really changed the game. But overall, it's not like you did so bad. You know what I mean? It's not like those things were the end of the world, but they did impact the game. And then, I mean, we had some really good things come from you as well. We had some solid gameplay throughout, and we had a general opportunity to improve both mechanics and game sense. Exactly like you said, right? You didn't. I think. Well, actually, my bad. I kind of forgot what you said as far as what you normally play, but this is like your DPS account, and also you don't usually play BP. So I think it's quite reasonable. That's pretty much exactly what you said. But to review the gameplay is always good. Nice shots. You know what I mean? You did about as much as you could right there. Looks good. Opportunity to kill this guy. They got help from the healer, but now they're stranded. Decent, but you could hit those shots, of course. Really close to hitting there, but team packs it up. Good pressure. Check on the healer. That's smart. Just in time. There's the dive Jeff. Solid shots. Almost killed him. Yeah, I mean, you look pretty solid, man. I noticed your account says the Grandmaster tag, and then here you're in Diamond 3. So, yeah. Wait. see what's happening here. So I think we could have played that a little bit better there because we got kind of stranded. And we kind of became an easy kill after a bit and missed some of our shots. But overall, you know, you're a good part of the thing. But if we really reviewed that step by step, yeah, I think we could do it a bit better. So, but this, I love to see it. This is the best thing you can do right here. Get the strange portal and come out. So what did their guy do? Did he block yours or just also come out? Okay, he just also came out. Yeah, it's messy, and then we just got hit. His ultimate just came out. We don't have a healing ultimate, so let's see what happens. Doing the best we can. Nothing we can do. Yeah. So now we're on 0. So anytime anytime they C9, anytime they get off the point, it's over. Nice movement. Oh, that was nice. Just barely. That was a sweet play from this one to... Oh, they're still tagged, are they? Okay, yeah, they released the tag, or whatever the hell. What's that called? A cleanse. They did a cleanse and got out of it and hopped back on point. That was tight. And somehow he's out of it too. We got the healing ultimate. We're right up in the fight. Going after this one. Yeah, good game. Solid, strange gameplay. Okay, that was interesting. I mean, they took a rough situation there, so we could potentially stay there and put the shield up. That would have made a lot of sense. But you know, I see the vision going for the ultimate. Really nice kill there, but then we lost one. So that was technically like our responsibility as Strange. We have the huge shield. You know, we tried to block the damage at first, but it didn't really work. But we had eyes on our squishies, and we just saw that they took a bunch of damage, so we should have protected them. Yeah, he got you. Okay, sweet. That worked out quite well. Not a bad start at all. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's always tough to be in this position though, right? Okay, so we got a minute to work with.